Hello all, we got comics for you today! Like every day. At least every day that you watch WEGAF reviews, which this is, by the way, in case you clicked on the wrong link or something. Which is possible. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm going to be optimistic, though, and assume that you meant to be here, in which case the word of the day is... couples. Now, when I say couples, what I really should have said was husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend crime-fighting duos. Except that is significantly more than a word. These were a bit crowded out by the standard hero-sidekick dynamic, but there were enough for them to be a well-known variant. You had, for instance, Hawkman and Hawkgirl, Bulletman and Bullet Girl, Dollman and Doll Girl, and the Owl and Owl Girl. Yeah, you might say there was another bit of a theme there. The couple we're dealing with today is really only sort of one, because they're not actually romantically engaged, but it's heavily implied that they could be in the future, which is ironic as heck because these two didn't have a future. Yep, this is another one-shot wonder we're dealing with here, folks. There were lots of them. So who are the members of this true blue, not truly a duo? Well, let's let the opening caption give us the lowdown.
Operating a private detective agency by day, Rocky Ford and Judy Allen assume the roles of the mighty Scarlet Nemesis.
That's him.
And the Black Orchid.
That's her. No, not her. Or her. Or her. Man, but there are a lot of Ebon Orchideicae floating around. Still a cool name, though.
For their nightly crusade against crime, their identity unknown to each other.
So they work together, closely together, every day, and closely together nearly every night. And they're both private detectives. And they still haven't figured this out. I think I'll take my business elsewhere.
In the office of Rocky Ford and Judith Allen, private investigators.
Excitement in private detective work. Bah! All I do is clean the office.
Well, after all, Judy, there are two of us, and you are a woman, and this newspaper won't read itself. Do the math.
I hate you, Rocky Ford.
Suddenly, a violent explosion rocks the place. The Baxter Building's been blown up, Judy.
Well, this is the most unexpected crossover I've encountered in a while. I wonder if Marvel knows about this.
It's clobbering time.
I'm going to take a look. You'd better hang around.
Says you, I'm right after you.
But, Judy, your delicate ovaries.
I hate you, Rocky Ford.
As soon as private investigators busy themselves around the wreck.
Then what? Come on, don't leave a guy hanging. They busy themselves, and then what? You're not going to tell me, are you? Anyway, it seems that Judy came to the right place if she was tired of cleaning.
That bird looks mighty strange. I'll tag after him. Yes, I mean, I don't have any actual evidence that he's a bad guy other than that he's wearing a large hat, but... well, he is wearing a large hat.
And it seems that her suspicions are correct, because sometime between that panel and this one, Large Hat Man has become aware of her shadowing him and is attempting to dispose of her. In the middle of a wide-open space that is currently crawling with potential and probable witnesses. Large Hat Man, there is swift and ruthless efficiency, and then there is logic-free hubris. You are just stupid. In this case, Rocky is the one who spots Judy's plight, and like a good fellow, he dashes to her aid.
So, another.
Wait, is he talking about Rocky? I mean, he's not facing Rocky, and Rocky doesn't seem to be close enough for him to tell if he's coming after him or not, so... Maybe his hat comes equipped with rear-view mirrors.
Hit a lady, will you? That's lesson number 1 in etiquette. It's right at the beginning of the book, page 5, see? Just below the bit about forks.
So Large Hat Man gets away, but in the process leaves behind a handy-dandy bit of evidence.
Hardee's Pigeon Food. Say, that's the special brand that Jim Crow, the retired millionaire, uses to feed stray pigeons.
Yes, but men like Jim Crow don't go around blowing up buildings.
Okay, I'm going to give whoever wrote this the benefit of the doubt and assume he didn't know what that term referred to and just thought it was a catchy name. The character has nothing to do with racial issues one way or another, so I'd say it's a fair assumption.
That evening, the two investigators assume their secret roles. The Scarlet Nemesis and the Black Orchid. I think I'll stay in tonight, Judy.
A good idea, Rocky. I'll do the same.
What are you doing tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky.
What?
Never mind.
And later, at Chelsea Square...
In a few minutes, the hammer will strike and it'll be all over.
Shh! Somebody's sneaking up on us.
Or possibly just walking down the street. You are in a public place, after all.
Hello, Muggs. Hold on. I'd like to ask a few questions.
So would I. How do you know these two are bad guys? I'll assume he overheard that talk about the hammer, which, yeah, would make me curious too. But why was he trailing them in the first place? Why does he think these two random dudes are linked with Large Hat Man? Either he's a better PI than I take him for, or one of the luckiest people alive. Whichever is the case, fisticuffs ensue, and because his opponents do not subscribe to the Marquis of Queensberry rules, he is taken down fairly quickly. Then, just when things look blackest, a knife!
It is! And it's the sign of the Black Orchid!
Right! And here I am! Very nice! 10 points for style!
The strangers flee at the sight of the Black Orchid, who turns to help her stricken partner.
So in 2 panels, she's accomplished what the Scarlet Nemesis couldn't do in 5, plus several hours of sneaking around. Why is she sharing the bill with him again?
The hammer! A few minutes! It must be the statue, but I don't know what they meant!
Oh, that's right! If she wasn't, he wouldn't have been able to tell her what the clues were. That's thinking ahead.
Instantly, the speedy Black Orchid races across the street.
I've got a date with a statue!
Well, that sounds boring.
It's going to strike the hour! I hope I make it!
Strike the hour? I think what's going on here is that she's mixing it up with those clockwork figures you see in old clock towers that come out and chime the bell. But why exactly she's doing that when neither bell nor tower are in sight is beyond me. Is there a clock built into its pedestal or something? Well, if there is, it's a time bomb, because boom goes the statue and explodes into little rocky bits, one of which whacks the orchid across the noggin. And because the Scarlet Nemesis is a man who plays to his strengths, he comes running up to help.
Out cold, but she'll be okay in a little while. I could remove the mask and see who she is, but the first time we met, we promised to keep our identities secret.
I would remind you that this is the first and only story these two ever got. And that was the first and only backstory they ever got. Is anyone else feeling somewhat frustrated right about now?
Let's see. Almost forgot about the pigeon food incident. Guess I'll drop in on Mr. Jim Crow now.
I beg your pardon? So he wasn't on the trail of Large Hat Man at all. He was just on patrol, doing the superhero thing, and looky, 2 guys talking. They must be crooks! And they were! It's official. He is indeed one of the luckiest people alive. Which means he's not a better PI than I took him for. I'm sure you're all shocked. And that former conclusion is backed up in short order, because the moment he walks in, Jim Crow's... Okay, I'm just gonna call him Large Hat Man if it's all the same to you, because, come on, we all know it's him. As I was saying, the moment he walks in Large Hat Man's door...
Soon, all the buildings in New York will be blown up. Then the birds will be free to live again, and...
He's stark mad!
He's angry and naked?
Your Batty is a loon! Yes, loons are ever so batty. And I'm going to stop you and your crazy schemes!
So it looks like he's got Large Hat Man on the ropes, but then...
Reach, Nemesis, make it fast! But this man's crazy. He'd destroy a city so pigeons could live, and you take orders from a nut like... His dough is good, that's all I know.
It'd better be freaking spectacular, man, because at the rate you're going, you won't have many places left to spend it.
Crazy, eh? When I get through blowing up all the buildings, my pigeons will have room to live. Next goes the Star Building.
Yes, you're crazy. You know why? Pigeons love cities. They are the definitive city bird. To a pigeon, a city is a breeding ground, dormitory, and open-air cafeteria all in one. And you're blowing it up. Yeah, they're gonna love you for that one.
I'll handle this job alone. When I get back, we'll get rid of the nemesis, and I'll see to it that all of you get a bonus.
Crew's nuts, alright, but he sure pays plenty.
Lay down, Nemesis. What about a game of cards, fellas?
The Scarlet Nemesis! Mild inconvenience to crime.
Still, mild or not, turning your back on someone when you've got him at your mercy is one of the cardinal blunders, and these crooks soon find out why.
The sign of the Black Orchid!
But she isn't around!
Look, he's free! The Scarlet Nemesis!
And the Black Orchid. Yay! Now our heroes can actually do something!
Fisticuffs! Fisticuffs for everyone! Oh no, he's gonna fire the gun. Oh no, he won't, because the orchid is awesome. Peekaboo, I see you! Lights out!
I live for this sort of thing. So, job completed, they flee into the night, leaving the cops to pick up their leavings.
Look, they're here, just like the Black Orchid said.
Yeah, if it was just that Scarlet Nemesis guy, we probably would have stayed home, but that Black Orchid, whew, what a guile.
Hurry, we have to get Crow before...
Never mind about him, he ran right past your car when I was in back. He never knew what hit him. I'm so awesome that I defeated the villain and saved your bacon completely off panel. Let's see that hussy Wonder Woman beat that.
As mysteriously as they came, the two crime fighters part.
We'll meet again sometime.
And that spells poison to organized crime. Pure poison! She's got style that can't be beat, an awesome costume, and every crook in town is scared stiff of her, while you...
Well, you could be worse, I guess.
It's a dynamite combination!
So our comic ends right where it began. Back in Rocky and Judy's office while he loafs and she cleans. There, we go to the wreck and nothing happens! But the Scarlet Nemesis and the Black Orchid arrive, the mystery clears up!
Too bad we can't believe him. Yes, we're better off where we are, Judy, old girl. Now make me a sandwich, would you? I'd do it, but I'm far too busy being manly.
Did I mention that I hate you, Rocky Ford? Because I do!
If he only knew I'm the Black Orchid.
Too bad I can't tell her I'm the Scarlet Nemesis.
And now for the wrap-up. It is possible to succeed as a crime fighter through pure luck. If you love birds, building a giant bird sanctuary makes much more sense than blowing one up. Having money is more important than spending money. Partnerships based on the strength of one partner can work if said partner is awesome enough. And, just because this was bugging me, that spotlight thing on Rocky's head in a few panels. It probably wasn't very useful in the first place, but what was it? I guess we'll never know. Ciao.